On September 22nd, the world faced a big event in the football world, the always debated Ballon d'Or, the award everyone chases all season long and every player dreams of, because it's something that stays in the memory forever. But this time, the story's different, because there are two players in very similar positions. First, Ousmane Dembele, and second, Lamine Yamal. So now the question is, did Dembele really clinch the Ballon d'Or, or what? And because you're my friend and I don't like seeing you confused, I'm here with the definite answer. So grab your cup of tea and join me as we look at the numbers. If you asked anyone about the best individual performances in the world this season, for sure, Dembele, Lamine, Salah, and Rafinha are the names topping the charts. And as per numbers, you will find Mbappe, Lewandowski, and Harry Kane will join in. So what did Dembele and Lamine actually do? Look, Dembele played 53 games for Paris, scored 35 goals, and assisted 16 times. That's 51 goal contributions in 53 matches. And get this, he did all that without getting injured, which shows how insane his season was. On the other hand, Lamine played 55 games, scored 18 goals, and set up 25, so he contributed to 43 goal contributions in 55 matches. True, Dembele's numbers are higher by 8 contributions, but Lamine is still just 18 years old, so keep that in mind when comparing him to Dembele. He's 10 years older, and you have to take stuff like that into account. Also, keep in mind that 29 of Dembele's assists came in the French League, which is known to be way lower quality than the Spanish League, where Lamine made 25 assists. Of course, you know Dembele has won the French League, the European Super Cup, the Champions League, the French Cup, and the French League Cup, and even reached the Club World Cup final. Meanwhile, Lamine dominated domestically with League, Cup, and Super Cup wins, but lost in the Champions League semi-finals in what was his best game all season, and made it to the Nations League final, but lost to Portugal. When it comes to titles, Dembele has the edge. But in many cases, the story isn't just about trophies. There are other factors like influence on the team's trajectory and media impact. Let me break down the impact with some quick stats. Dembele has contributed to 51 goals in 53 matches. Here's the breakdown. 21 goals and 8 assists in 29 league, 8 goals and 6 assists in 15 Champions League matches, 3 contributions in 4 World Cup games, an assist in the European Super Cup, 4 contributions in 4 cup matches, and a single goal in the French Super Cup. You know how valuable an assist in the European Super Cup is? The goal was all about making a comeback in the match, which is what helped Paris win the title. I also know that Dembele was the real hero for Liverpool and played a huge role. He left a big mark in every Champions League game. Honestly, Dembele was Paris's main man in most matches, their captain, and their most important player, truly a leader. When you look at it from a distance, without Dembele, Paris wouldn't have achieved any of what they did. Maximum, they'd just be French League winners. As for Lamine, he had 43 contributions in 55 games, 9 goals and 15 assists in the Spanish League. Lamine has 5 goals and 4 assists in over 13 matches, Champions League games, 2 goals and 6 assists in 5 cup games, 2 goals in 2 Super Cup matches. So his mark this season at Barcelona is clear. Sure, Lamine wasn't the team's top scorer, I wasn't top scorer either, and Rafinha and Lewandowski have way better stats than him. But Lamine had something special too, my friend. Yeah, skill, quality, dribbling ability, flair, creativity, and setting up goals. He was number 1 in all that. He was the best dribbler in La Liga and Europe, delivered great individual performances, and you still come back and say that Barcelona, if it weren't for some small details, could have made it to the Champions League final. But the most important thing is, you gotta watch out for Lamine Yamal age, and quality like that usually comes with age. The media war between the two sides has a lot of details. First, Dembele's got strong support from the French media. They see his stats, the trophies he's won, and that he even won the Champions League with PSG, doing something neither Messi, Mbappe, nor Neymar has done. They're not wrong. But on the other side, the Madrid media, yeah, my friend, I'm talking about the newspapers, websites, and even Real Madrid fans, they all back the idea of supporting Ousmane Dembele for 2 reasons. First, obviously no Real Madrid player is even close to being nominated or making the top 3. And second, the competition is Lamine Yamal. Barcelona's golden boy, only 18 years old, and being called the new Messi. Between you and me, that really hurts Real Madrid fans because of their loyalty to their team. You know how powerful Real's media and fans are worldwide, right? So, Dembele is riding that media hype so much that Lamine openly said voters need to consider the fact that he's only 18, even though Lamine has the backing of Barcelona's media and fans, of course. The Spanish media think the English Premier League has outdone them in everything. Even the Ballon d'Or went there with Rodri. So if the Ballon d'Or comes back to Spain, with attempts to focus on Mbappe and Lamine in the coming years, and reviving the Messi and Ronaldo legacy, that would be awesome. The dream in Spain is that the Ballon d'Or in the next few years is between those two, and lamine Yamal, the Spanish king, not an Argentine. So if you ask me who's leading in the media, I'd say one name, Ousmane Dembele. And if you look closely at the Madrid media specifically, they said if Dembele wins the Nations League, the Ballon d'Or will be decided. They said if Dembele wins the Club World Cup, Dembele lost the final and got knocked out by Chelsea, and yet people are still talking about him. That's just media hype. Now if you ask me who's gonna win it, or who's the nearest to win it, I'd tell you who deserves it. If this award is based on individual performance, both of them deserve it. Honestly, it should be for the best player in the world, not the best club. But if we go by the usual way this award is given, I'd say Dembele will win because his stats and impact are solid. He's been the team's star and has had a hand in every big game. That kind of story gets the fans excited. So watch this player. He spent most of his career injured and failed at Barcelona. But when he went to Paris, he transformed and did what Zlatan, Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe couldn't. It shows how important team spirit is, more than just being a star, and forget all that media hype. So if you want the final word, my friend, Dembele is the top candidate and the favorite to win the award, but he hasn't won it yet. Anyway, I'm waiting for you to tell me what you think in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share so you don't miss any of the new stuff we put out. Take care, my friend.